Hey there, I'm Roos Marijn, and I'm the founder of the Healer Academy. In this video, I'm going to explain to you what light language is. I'm going to tell you what kind of different forms there are of light language. And I'm going to give you the tip to start talking and expressing your own light language. What is light language? Light language is a language that surpasses the mind. It's a language that, because we don't understand it with the mind, because it's not a language that is actually used very often, it is a language that travels straight to the soul. A language that travels straight to the heart. This is why light language is so extremely powerful. Because we cannot understand it with the mind. There's no filter of the mind. It goes directly. And it can influence our cells directly. Light language is expressed in different ways. Light language can be written. It can be spoken, and it can also be expressed in art, in paintings, for example. I'm thinking back of the time when light language started for me, and it was while I was walking through Costa Rica. I was walking through the land, and as I was watching this land, I suddenly started remembering what was happening on that land thousands of years ago. My eyes would glimpse to this part of the land, and it would suddenly remember. And sometimes I would be pulled into the land. I would be pulled into the land to communicate, to spend time with the land. And as I did that, this new language started coming through. This language that I'd never heard before, that I'd never spoken before. And I realized that in my communication towards the plants, towards the animals, and towards the blueprint of humans, I started using this light language. This language that can actually influence the light. And thereby has a great effect on the healing, on the structure in our cells. It can change the way our cells are structured and our DNA is structured. And it could change the way memories didn't have to be stored in the land and could be opened again. More and more people start to speak light language, which is awesome. More and more people start connecting to their soul in such a level that they're getting memory back of different times, of times when light language was a more commonly used language, when it was normal to communicate to light, to electricity, to plants, to animals. Things that we have kind of forgotten about now that the focus in our life is different. So how to start speaking your own light language? For me, it's something that just opened from one day to another. But if you want to consciously and actively work on expressing your own light language, then I would advise you to start with one of two ways. You can either do automatic writing, so you can put your pen on the paper, especially early morning. It's nice. I like to play a little bit of music when I do it, just because the mind goes off a little bit more. And then you put your pen on paper and you try not to leave it, and you just write and you see what wants to come through, and you give yourself permission to write other things than the words and the language that you know, and see what wants to come through. See which symbols want to be written. See what wants to be expressed. This is the way written language can start to be written. When it comes to speaking, a very cool exercise is to look for someone else, for example, within the community that we have, and ask that person whether they want to practice light language with you. And then you just take 2 minutes each. And for those 2 minutes, you allow yourself to see what you want to speak. See what you want to say. It's like speaking gibberish. So let's say I start speaking light language. I can go like this. And then the other person just listens, just receives, just sees what it feels like in their cells. And then the other person goes. This way you're going to feel more and more comfortable speaking light language, expressing light language. And you will see that it will come through more natural. Maybe with singing, maybe with dance, maybe in combination with your hands. You'll find your own way. And you will find your own effects. I would love to hear whether you're already speaking light language and what light language is giving you. Definitely also check out our light language activations that we created for you. Those are small little activations that tackle a specific topic. And if you want to learn more about healing and the different healing modalities such as light language, we have an introduction to healing course that is definitely worth checking out. Thanks so much for watching this video. It was a pleasure to be with you, and I would love to get to know you through one of our courses or through our WhatsApp community. Sending you so much love and light language. Kura kira pura kira ua ai chunkai tika na ku. Kira poka dai kura kira tukai. Chikare ku ka chukarai ku.